Meet Cheryl Yates at ERA Liberty Realty. With over 30 years of experience, Cheryl provides each of her clients with the best level of customer service, along with helping families with the next phase of their life. The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer any questions that may arise. With offices in both Jefferson and Berkeley counties, she works hard to ensure the outcome you deserve. Cheryl is the key to selling or buying your home.
This is Quintez McDonald Gibson from Integrity Home Mortgage. Come join the winning team today.
Juwan is the ultimate hype guy. I love him. He's always positive. He's always pepping them up and firing them up.
Come on, Parker, work, Parker, work, Parker, work, 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 work.
We are live here at Cougar Stadium. I'm JD Fritz here with my broadcast partner once again, Spencer Powell. Spencer, it's nice to have you back here with me.
Yeah, it's nice to be back and nice to be back with you.
First, we all want to talk about this game. It's been a much anticipated game since the last one. The last one was a very back and forth game, more of a defensive game. These two teams have, been going at it for quite some time. These coaches have been Coach Vines and Coach Banjo. They have a long history together, and we're looking forward to an exciting game. So, Spencer, what do you feel was going to be the keys to the game for? We'll start with Wildwood.
For Wildwood, defensively they got to match their physicality offensively. Harpers Ferry, they come out here trying to probably run it down their throat, Mustang's throat, and you just gotta be able to stop it. They were doing a lot of sweeps last time, a lot of outside zones, and mixing up nice combo runs with both the Brooks brothers. And Harpers Ferry's keys tonight is gonna have to be able to stop their Wildwood's playmakers. They can't be giving up those big plays, and they'll give themselves a chance to win the championship.
Absolutely. And we want to go ahead and thank all of our sponsors for today. Our title sponsor is Neil Powell at Down Home Mortgage Insurance. Stay in the game with Neil, 202-431-6896. Sundays Tanning is your first 24-hour all-access tanning salon in the Eastern Panhandle with 2 convenient locations in Shepherdstown at 7670 Martinsburg Pike and also Martinsburg at 1440 Winchester Avenue. Visit Sundays Tanning or call 888-sun-days for all your UV and spray tanning needs. Key Property Management. Contact Key Property Management for all your residential management needs. Management is key. 304-995-9764. We also have VFW Post 3325 offering a college scholarship if you win the essay contest. Topic of the essay is why is military veteran important? HG's Barbecue, Soul Food, and Catering. Football season is here. Instead of handling the tailgating yourself, let HG's Barbecue, Soul Food, and Catering do the work. We are currently running game day specials. Book today, 816-438-110-RUN. Integrity Home Mortgage, Quintez McDonald Gibson. Chris Page at Quality Lawn Care, 443-240-8498. LL Handyman Services, 304-820-2137. Money Mar Training, 304-671-5550. Also, Catro Law, 304-579-1211. Cheryl Yates at ERA Liberty Realty, 304-261-6109. We also have Shelton Tree Service. Shelton Tree Service is a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. We treat every customer as family and guarantee customer satisfaction. Call 304-262-4105 today for a free estimate. Our handyman service, 681-283-0299, and Beautitudes Hair and Beauty Supply, 304-263-2828. Beatitudes, I apologize. Beatitudes Hair and Beauty Supply. We'd like to thank all our sponsors that make this broadcast possible. Without you guys, we would not be able to be up here and do this, so much appreciation to you guys. We're about ready for the coin toss. Our officials for today are Jeff Dodd, D.K. Walker, Derwin Carter, and James Watts.
Low battery, please charge.
Good sportsmanship today. All right, I expect it. You guys are the captains and the teams. You're also the leaders. I expect you to lead and not to okay? Wildwood, you are the visitors today. You have choice of coin toss. That's a heads, that's tails. That's heads, that's tails. I'm going to flip it in the air, let it drop on the ground. Call what you want, loud enough for the gentleman down there to hear you. Ready? Tails. Here's the tails. Wildwood, you've won the toss. What would you like to do? I'm going to defer your choice to the second half. Okay. Harpers Ferry, I assume you want to receive. Just want to kick this, and I know you don't want to do that. And which goal do you want? You want to, so yeah, you want to kick in the scoreboard. So kick your back to the scoreboard. Let's turn around and face them. Wildwood won the toss. They've deferred their choice to the second half. Harpers Ferry's choice this half, they've elected to receive. Let's shake hands and play ball. Great job.
So Wildwood won the toss, deferred to the second half, and Harpers Ferry will receive the first half opening kickoff.
Low battery, please charge.
Okay, we are back, guys. We are ready for the opening kickoff here at Cougar Stadium between the Wildwood Mustangs and the Harpers Ferry Tigers. Both these two teams are powerhouses. They've been very good this year. Both teams, I think Wildwood has 2 losses, and I believe Harpers Ferry, Spencer, is still undefeated on the season.
That's crazy. They're just trying to keep that perfect season going.
I'm excited to see a good battle. I'd like to see a lot of scoring myself. So last game was a defensive game, but I'm all about scoring. I like to see a high point scoring affair today. We'll see. With Wildwood starting quarterback back in the lineup, Ray Holmes. Kick down to the 40. Squibs around. Not sure if Wildwood got on that ball. Yep, Harpers Ferry recovered the ball. So it'll be 1st and 10. Harpers Ferry on the 37-yard line.
Low battery, please charge.
And for Harpers Ferry tonight, they're missing a key player from the last matchup they had, Frank Turk, number 87. You know, he came up big for the Tigers last game with a go-ahead touchdown with little time left, and then next series getting a pick for the Tigers and sealing the game.
Yeah, he was our player of the game last, so that's a huge loss for Harpers Ferry today. We'll see how they adjust. So they come out in their normal power set on to the right. Brooks under center now. Looks like a quarterback keeper up.
Oh,
he lost the
fumble.
ball. And it looks like Wildwood might have the ball on the first play of the game.
Out.
Let's see what
Wildwood
the officials.
Ball.
Well, and that's what we're talking about. They need a good defensive stand. They got it the first play of the game with a huge turnover by Brooks. He just lost the ball, and it squirted out there, and Wildwood recovered.
When you're the Tigers right now, you can't be getting down yourself right now. You know, not a great start, but you can't be. There's so much time left in this game. You still got to keep your head up.
So 1st and 10 Wildwood on the 39-yard line. Oh, we have a flag. Looks like it might be offsides on the Tigers. They definitely don't want to give Wildwood any free yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 33, it looks like. Bray Holmes in the shotgun formation. Looks over to Vines for the call. Yates is in the backfield. Handoff is to Yates.
Right up the
He's
middle.
got a little bit of room. Looks like might have 3 yards.
Low
Call it
battery.
2 yards.
Please charge.
So 2nd and 4. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Wow,
It's
we're coming out in a pistol look and flipping formations now.
Now we got a shift, and we got
Quads left.
4 receivers to the left. Empty backfield for Holmes. He drops back to pass.
He throws
loads it downfield. He's got Yates, and it just goes off Kari Yates' hands, but he had him.
Oh, we got a
He
flag
was
on
open.
the play. We got a flag on the play.
We have a sideline warning on Wildwood, it looks like. So now we have 3rd down and 4 for Wildwood on the 32 of Harpers Ferry.
If you're Wildwood right now, you got to be hitting those shots. You don't know how many shots like that you're going to get at the end of this game.
Absolutely.
Low battery.
So it
Please
looks like we've got
charge.
2 receivers to each side with an empty backfield. Holmes takes a snap. It's a quarterback keeper up the middle and nothing doing for Bray Holmes. May have lost a yard or 2 on the play. So that's going to bring up 4th and 5
Big fourth
for
down.
the Mustangs.
It's going to be a big 4th down.
Harpers Ferry needs to hold here, and that would be huge for them. So Yates in the backfield. Still have 2 receivers to each side. Ooh.
Oh,
We have movement, and that looks like it's going to be a false start on the Mustangs, which this is not what Coach Vines wants. The mental mistakes can absolutely kill
Low
a
battery.
drive,
Please
Spencer. And
charge.
and it looked like it might do that. Now they got to have 4th and long.
so 4th and 10 from the 38 now for the Mustangs. Empty set in the backfield. Bray Holmes drops back. He throws it downfield. He's got Kari Yates. Kari Yates, oh, well, that was well defended by Brooks. And that's a turnover on downs for the Mustangs.
That was great defense by Brooks, playing through the hands, not trying to give up any pass interference call there. It was a great job.
Absolutely. So far, Coach Banjo's defense has held Wildwood, and that's what he talked about this week, is playing steady defense throughout this game, and they held there. So 1st and 10
Low
from
battery.
the 38
Please charge.
for the Tigers. I got a strong right formation. Give
Hand
to
off to
Brooks,
Brooks.
up off tackle. Strong run by Brooks, who powers his way downfield to the 49, and that'll be a 1st down for Harpers Ferry.
I think one of the keys for Wildwood's defense tonight is definitely going to be that front 7, being able to get off the ball and make open field tackles tonight.
Absolutely. They've got a big line. They got a great surge on that first carry by Kyrie
Hand
Brooks.
off right back to Brooks.
Not much there, maybe 2 yards on the play. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. Ball on the 49 of Wildwood. It looks like we're going to see a lot of the same thing we saw last time these 2 teams played. A lot of Kyrie Brooks off tackle. I mean, with his power, he's a hard guy to bring down. So they come out with 2 power backs in the left. Looks like we have a lineman in the backfield as well. Comes off tackle. Brooks has a seam. He breaks loose and just did get an ankle tackle there by Gidney. Jaheim Gidney with a touchdown-saving tackle, but what a run by Brooks.
And this is what we expected. We expected the Tigers to come out here and try to run it down the Mustangs' throat and just chew this clock away and give the Mustangs offense no time.
Nice 19-yard run by Kyrie Brooks down to the Mustangs' 30-yard line. Same formation. Another off-tackle there play to the Brooks again, who surges forward for about 6 or 7 yards. So much of what we saw last game, looks like we're going to see a lot of that again this game. Spencer Brooks and Brooks, the two brothers. And hey, if you can't stop it, you're going to keep going to it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. So 2nd and 3 from the 23, it looks like, of Wildwood. Same thing, power left formation, 2 backs. Give it to Brooks again. He's off to the left. He breaks loose, makes a man miss, and now he's down to looks like to be the 10-yard line. Well, someone has definitely come to play today, because I tell you, Brooks is running like a man possessed. First down, Harpers Ferry Tigers on the Wildwood 10-yard line.
Low battery, please charge.
Let's see if they continue to give the ball to Kyrie Brooks. But Coach Banjo is known to pull something out of the bag that you're not expecting. Brooks again, off tackle there. Looks like another solid gain for Brooks down to the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. So I guess we're going to call this 2nd and 4, 2nd and goal, actually, for the Tigers from the 6. So now we have 45. Chase Weaver is the tailback, and Brooks is the power back, the blocking back. We give it to Chase Weaver off tackle. Same play. He's into the end zone. Did he score?
Touchdown.
He lost the ball going into the end zone, but he crossed the goal line. Touchdown Tigers for the first score of this middle school championship game.
Yeah, that's a great way to respond for the Tigers. You know, first play of offense, they fumble the ball. Defense makes a great stand, and they just drive down the field real quick and punch one in.
That is a great way to make a statement. You said it, Spencer, after fumbling on the very first play of the game, to drive and impose your will all the way down and score the touchdown. So they give it off tackle for the 2-point conversion, and Kyrie Brooks just walks in easily. So we have a score of 8-0. Harpers Ferry Tigers take the early lead against the Wildwood Mustangs with 2:53 left in the first quarter. We'll thank a couple of our sponsors again. Neil Powell, Down Home Mortgage Insurance. Stay in the game with Neil, 202-431-6896. Sundays Tanning is your first 24-hour tanning, all-access tanning salon in the Eastern Panhandle with 2 convenient locations located in Shepherdstown at 7670 Martinsburg Pike and Martinsburg at 1440 Winchester Avenue. Visit Sundays Tanning or call 188-SUN-DAYS for all your UV and spray tanning needs. Key Property Management. Contact Key Property Management for all your residential management needs. Management is key. 304-995-9764. So the Tigers are set to kick off. Got Jaheim Gidney, Kalen Yates back to receive the kick. Oh, it goes over Yates' head. He scoops it up. Cuts upfield. He's got some room. And here we go with Kalen Yates using his speed to get upfield. What a great return. After not fielding the kick, it kind of bounced around. He picks it up and just turns it upfield, Spencer, for a great return.
Yeah, like you just said, that's one of the bigger playmakers this Wildwood team has. And we saw that last game. He was making a bunch of big plays. I think he actually returned one last game. And I thought we might have saw him break one loose there right there, too.
Yep. Anytime the ball's in his hands, it's scary. He can take one to the house.
He just has another gear that no one has.
So Wildwood with great field position on the Tigers' 38-yard line to start this series.
And this is similar field position what they had last drive. Hopefully they can take advantage of it.
So Kalen Yates in the backfield. We send Kari Yates in motion. Little screen play out to the receiver, Austin Bugby, for a nice little gain on first down.
Pick it up around 8 or 9.
So it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Mustangs.
Well, that was one of the keys that Vine said, trying to get the ball out to the playmakers early on and get them going.
Absolutely. So 2 receivers to each side. Kalen Yates in the backfield. The handoff goes to Yates. Cuts upfield, spin moves. He picks up the first down to the 25-yard line. Goes Kalen Yates. So that'll be a first down Mustangs. So we have 2 minutes left to go in the first. And the Mustangs are driving, getting deep in Tigers territory.
Please charge.
So we have 3 receivers to the right side. Yates in the backfield. A little high snap. Oh, yeah, I believe that high snap caused that play. The timing was definitely off on that play. As the ball falls incomplete, intended for Neil Powell. So 2nd and 10. So three receivers to the right side, same formation. Single back in the backfield is Yates. 1 receiver to the near side. Holmes is back to pass. He's got a man. He's got Kari Yates down across the middle, down to the 8-yard line. Nice pass, nice catch. And that's what they need, Spencer. Like you said, get the ball to the playmakers, and Yates is definitely one of their playmakers.
And that was a great job by Braylon Holmes to get the ball out quick. You know, the Tigers there just sent, I think, 7 on that play. So pressure in his face was a way to step up and deliver that ball.
Absolutely. So 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for the Mustangs. 2 receivers to each side. Holmes back to pass again. He throws the out to Gidney, it looks like. Did he make the catch out there? It looks like Gidney did get down and make the catch for a gain of 2. Down to maybe the 6-yard line. Maybe the 7. So 2nd and goal from the 7, I believe. We're under a minute now in the first quarter. 2 receivers to each side again with the single back Yates in the backfield. We have some movement. It looks like did Holmes draw them off sides? He did. So now we're half the distance to the goal line. That's not what the Tigers wanted.
That's a smart call by Vines there, trying to draw the defense off. You know, they've been trying to show, they've been looking very aggressive at the line, looking like they're about to send all-out blitzes. So making a jump is just helping them even more.
So we have a timeout on the field. Wildwood took a timeout to talk some things over, to figure out what they want to do. And we will thank a few more of our sponsors while we have a chance. VWF Post 3325 offering a college scholarship if you win the essay contest. Topic of the essay is why is a military veteran important? HG's Barbecue, Soul Food and Catering. Football season is here. Instead of handling the tailgating yourself, let HG's Barbecue, Soul Food and Catering do the work. We are currently running game day specials. Book today, 816-438-1101. Integrity Home Mortgage with Quintez McDonald Gibson. Chris Page at Quality Lawn Care, 443-240-8498, and L&L Handyman Services, 304-820-2137. So here we go. 2nd and goal from the 4. Two receivers again. Holmes back to pass. It's a throws a little behind Gidney, or that would have been a touchdown, I think, Spencer.
I think so too. It was just a ball was put behind him. It was hard for him to adjust and make that catch.
We're getting some feedback. So here we go, 3rd and goal from the 3. Holmes with the quarterback keeper up the middle. Ooh, he might have gained a yard, but that's about it. Wasn't much there. So now we're 4th and goal for the Mustangs.
Wildwood bringing out a new formation here. Harpers Ferry defense looks very confused.
Wow, a little muddle huddle action going on. Throw it out to Gidney. He's got linemen in front. I don't think they were expecting that. And there's a flag on the play. Possibly not enough men on the line of scrimmage, Spencer. It's always, you take a chance when you run these muddle huddle kind of plays to make sure you have the right amount of guys on the line.
Oh, it wasn't even the formation. It was just a false start on the offense.
Oh, wow.
That's a big opportunity missed right
that
there.
Was a touchdown, and it was well designed.
It was very well designed. The Harpers Ferry defense was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting that because they only had couple guys out here.
Yeah.
5 guys to block 2. So now that backs them up to the 8 or 9 yard line. So 4th and goal with 2 receivers to each side. Yates in the backfield. Bray Holmes back to pass. He's got Kari Yates. It's a low pass, and it's incomplete and broken up by Kenyon Brooks. So Harpers Ferry will take over on downs once again, Spencer. And we talked about playing that steady defense that Coach Banjo mentioned earlier in the week. But that is the end of the first quarter, I believe.
And going back and just talking about that steady defense, this Harpers Ferry defense so far has been bending, but they haven't been breaking yet.
Definitely. And this is exactly what Coach Banjo style of play he's wanted to, come out with. And, he knew that they were going to be coming out with the, trying to get the ball to all their playmakers, which they've tried to do because Kari Yates is, they've tried to go to him several times already. And I think out of the 4 times they've went, he's only completed 1 pass to Yates. Yeah. So, their defense, Harpers Ferry's defense, is holding up strong.
Low battery, please charge.
So let me go hit a couple sponsors again. We have Money Mart Training at 304-671-5550. Ketro Law, 304-579-1211. Cheryl Yates, ERA, Liberty Realty, 304-261-6109. And Our Handyman Service, 681-283-0299. So 1st and 10, Harpers Ferry takes over on their own 9-yard line. Another power run by Brooks. He gets out to maybe the 8, possibly the 9. So it looks like they're going to continue going with Brooks. And Wildwood, they're going to have to adjust and figure out how to stop him, just like last game.
Low battery, please charge.
So 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
And if you're this Mustangs defense right now, they're just running the ball down your throat. There's eventually these DBs can't get lulled to sleep.
So Brooks on the carry again, and this time Bray Holmes with the penetration into the backfield tackles Brooks for a loss of 1. So it'll be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 from the 12-yard line. That's what they need, Spencer. Bray, he missed the last game. He was a key. He's not only the key on offense, but he's a key player on defense. And if he can get penetration at that end position, that would be big for Wildwood to make those tackles in the backfield. So power left formation for the Tigers.
Low battery.
And timeout. They're calling. Harpers Ferry calls a timeout. So while we have a timeout, we will talk. I will go through some more sponsors for us. We have Shelton Tree Service. Shelton's Tree Service is a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. We treat every customer as family and guarantee customer satisfaction. Call 304-262-4105 today for a free estimate. Beautitudes Hair and Beauty Supply. Be Attitudes. I'm sorry, I keep pronouncing that wrong. Be Attitudes Hair and Beauty Supply. 304-263-2828. And our title sponsor is Neil Powell, Down Home Mortgage Insurance. Stay in the game with Neil. 202-431-6896.
Low battery. Please charge.
So Wildwood's going to have to find an answer for Kyrie Brooks and see if they can get a much-needed stop on defense here.
This is a very big 3rd down for the Wildwood defense right here.
So 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. The handoff goes to Brooks once again. He cuts up the middle there for maybe a gain of 3. So now we're looking at a big 4th down for the Mustangs. So call it 4th and 3 from the 20 or from the 16-yard line. So let's see if we get much of the same with Brooks. Looks like they're going to spread out just a little bit with a receiver to each side. With 45 Chase Weaver here to the near side. Well, it looks like they're in punt formation. A nice punt down to Kari Yates. He takes the ball. Great coverage. He breaks a tackle, gets upfield, breaks another tackle, cuts to the left. He's got open field. Oh, nice block by Gidney. Kari Yates is all the way down to the 15-yard line, but hold on. There is a flag on the field. So we could have a block in the back here possibly. But I didn't see one, Spencer. I don't know. It looked like a good block to me. It looked like he got his shoulders around and hit him square.
Yeah, definitely. From our angle of it looked like he was a pretty clean block.
So I'm not sure what the officials were seeing on that play.
Low battery.
Nonetheless, that was a great return by Yates. But it's negated on a block in the back. And that'll take Wildwood all the way back to the 49-yard line. That's where they will start. So a huge penalty.
Very big penalty.
So 1st and 10 from the 45 for Wildwood. We got 2 receivers to each side. Yates in the backfield again. Not sure what's going on here. So they're looks like they're switching the balls.
Low
Okay,
battery.
so
Please charge.
1st and 10 for Wildwood. Holmes takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He's got Gidney open. Great catch by Jaheim Gidney down to the 25-yard line. And he's another guy we talked about that's a key player for them from the last couple weeks. Gidney has really stepped up at that receiver spot to give Holmes another weapon to go to.
And he definitely made up for that little block in the back he just had.
Yeah, that was a big play from Holmes to Gidney. So 3 receivers to the near side. Holmes back to pass again. He slings it over to the middle to Kari Yates. Nice catch by Yates. Down to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 8 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 2.
Low battery. Please charge.
Hands the ball to Yates, and he is just met in the backfield by a host of Tigers. Loses probably a yard or 2 on the play.
And this Tigers team has been all over the run. You know, those QB draws, they've just been stuffing it right at the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. So Wildwood stays in their spread formation, and a timeout by Vines. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back out after a quick timeout by Wildwood. So it's 3rd and 5. Ball is on the 20-yard line of Harpers Ferry. They have got to get something going. This is a big third down, for Wildwood. Holmes is back to pass. He has a guy out in the flat, just underthrew him a little bit. It looks like he just kind of threw it off his back foot, couldn't get enough on the ball, and it just fell a little short for Kalen Yates. It might have gotten tipped at the line, Spencer. I couldn't quite see it. But this is a big 4th down decision. What are we going to do? What is Wildwood going to do?
The Wildwood's offense has definitely been able to move the ball better than last game. It's just, can they punch it in?
And they're going for it on 4th down. Might be trying to draw them off sides, and yes, they did. Wow, what a mental error for the Tigers when they had Wildwood back against the wall here, and they just gave him a free one. So 1st and 10 for Wildwood at Harpers Ferry's 15-yard line.
Low battery. Please charge.
So let's see what Wildwood can do here with great field position. Barry Holmes, empty backfield. Slings it out to Kalen Yates. A nice catch, a little bobble on the catch. Back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. So we have 2 receivers to the near side and 1 to the far, far side. Kalen Yates is in the backfield. Lines up, switches him to the right. And we have a tight end down here. Yates on the carry. Braylon Holmes on the carry. And he gets nothing, loses a couple yards on the play.
Man, this Tigers defense has really showed up in the run game.
Loses 4 yards on the play. That defense is definitely stout up front. Those guys are really getting a good push into the backfield. So 3rd and 14 now for Wildwood on the 19-yard line. So Holmes is back to pass again. He throws it up to Kari Yates in the end zone, and great defense once again by Kenyon Brooks. He just played that perfectly, Spencer, and had good position and was able to knock the ball away.
Yeah, he was right on Yates' hip, and then just went up high-pointed and knocked it down. Great defense.
It looks like Holmes needs to get if he got the ball out there just a little bit more, he didn't quite get enough on it for Yates to go up and make a play. He just needs to maybe lead him out there a little bit.
Yeah,
give him more of a chance.
Yeah, it looked like Yates had to try to come back for that ball there.
So 4th and 14 for the Mustangs. 2 receivers to each side. Empty set in the backfield. Holmes is back to pass. He throws it up to Gidney, just overthrows Gidney. So that'll be another turnover on downs. But there's a flag, and we have a roughing the passer on the Tigers. Wow, that is a crucial, crucial penalty on a 4th down. You just can't make those kind of mistakes, Spencer.
No. Well, they have given him 2 free first downs, one on the offsides penalty and now here on the roughing the passer.
So where is that going to be an automatic first down? Is it?
I think so. Let's see what they do here.
So it looks like it's still going to be 4th down? I don't know. So Wildwood calls another timeout. And that is their 3rd timeout of the half, so they have no more. It will be a first down, but while we have a minute, we will go over a few more of our sponsors. Sunday's Tanning is your first 24-hour all-access tanning salon in the Eastern Panhandle with 2 convenient locations located in Shepherdstown at 7670 Martinsburg Pike and Martinsburg at 1440 Winchester Avenue. Visit Sunday's Tanning or call 1-888-SUNDAYS for all your UV and spray tanning needs. Key Property Management. Contact Key Property Management for all your residential management needs. Management is key. 304-995-9764. Money Mar Training. 304-671-5550. And Catro Law at 304-579-1211. So here we go. We're first. That was a first down. So 1st and 10 Wildwood from the Tigers' 9-yard line. Bray Holmes back to pass. He throws it up to the corner end zone. And a great defensive play once again by Kenyon Brooks. He's playing a great corner out there, Spencer. My goodness, he hasn't allowed anybody to catch the ball.
Yeah, it's like Brooks Island out there. He ain't letting no one catch it on him.
That's for sure. So second and goal from the 9 for the Mustangs.
Please charge.
Two receivers to each side. Yates lined up on the left side of Holmes in the backfield. Holmes is back to pass. He throws the ball up to the corner end zone and just throws it a little bit too far for Kari Yates again. And I just think that somehow, Spencer, it looks just like their timing's off today. Usually we've seen them make some huge connections throughout this year, and it just seems like today the connection and the timing, for whatever reason, it just hasn't been there.
Yeah, it might just be like a little bit of jitters here. It's a championship game. This is Vines' last game. They want to go out and win for him. You know how much he means to Wildwood and all the Mustangs.
So now we have 3rd down and goal from the 9. So Bray Holmes is back to pass. He's got a man, Neil Powell, across the middle, off his fingertips. Looks like it was just a little bit out in front, but he had him open. But he just wasn't able to bring that in. So now we're looking at 4th and goal for the Mustangs with 2:09 left in the half. They have to get to the point where they're not running so many 4th downs. They've had a lot of 4th downs. They need to get some yards on 1st and 2nd to get them in position. Holmes back to pass. He's got a receiver open across the middle. So it's a turnover on downs. He didn't make the catch. That was Alston Bugby. Just let him a little bit too much, but he had a step on the defender.
Low
did.
battery.
And if he could have made that catch,
Charge.
that would have been 6. So this is the 3rd, 4th down conversion that they weren't able to make, and the 3rd turnover on downs. What a great defensive stand by the Tigers once again.
Yeah, Tigers even. They shot themselves in the foot a couple times, but hey, they've been bending, but they haven't been breaking yet.
So 1st and 10 from the 9. Little quarterback draw play or a direct snap to the quarterback, Kyrie Brooks. Maybe gains a couple out to the 11-yard line, maybe the 12. So under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And the score is 8-0 Harpers Ferry. It's been another pretty defensive battle as the last game was. Both teams have put up good defensive stands. So Harpers Ferry's Brooks is under center, gives to his brother off the tackle. He powers his way for 3, maybe 4 yards out to the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. So it's gonna be 3rd and 2 for the Tigers. So Wildwood needs a big stop here. We're under a minute to go in the first half. It looks like Harpers Ferry is just to contend to run the clock and go in possibly with the lead. Their power right set. They give it to Brooks off tackle. Picks up the 1st down. Out to the 21-yard line. Timeout, Harpers Ferry. While we have a timeout, I'll go over some more sponsors. We much appreciate all our sponsors we have, and we have a lot of them now. Each week we gain more sponsors, and that's awesome. We have Cheryl Yates at ERA Liberty Realty, 304-261-6109. Shelton Tree Service. Shelton's Tree Service is a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. We treat every customer as a family and guarantee customer satisfaction. Call 304-262-4105 today for a free estimate. BWF Post 3325 offering a college scholarship if you win the essay contest. Topic of the essay is why is a military veteran important? HG's Barbecue, Soul Food, and Catering. Football season is here. Instead of handling the tailgating yourself, let HG's Barbecue, Soul Food, and Catering do the work. We are currently running game day specials. Book today, 816-438-1101. So 1st and 10 from the 21 for the Tigers with 34 seconds left in the half. Brooks under center. Oh, he tries a keeper, a little bootleg, and Wildwood's defense read that perfectly. And he lost 4 yards on the carry.
And we haven't seen too much of that QB boot like we did the last game they played.
Not yet, we haven't. that was the first time, and they didn't run it successfully. But I know Coach Banjo has a few things up his sleeve. So as half comes to a close, we have Harpers Ferry Tigers 8 and the Wildwood Mustangs nothing.
Low battery, please charge.
And we will take a break, and we will be right back shortly.
Meet Cheryl Yates at ERA Liberty Realty. With over 30 years of experience, Cheryl provides each of her clients with the best level of customer service, along with helping families with the next phase of their life. The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer any questions that may arise. With offices in both Jefferson and Berkeley counties, she works hard to ensure the outcome you deserve. Cheryl is the key to selling or buying your home.
We're back here at Cougar Stadium at halftime. It's the Harpers Ferry Tigers 8 and the Wildwood Mustangs nothing. We'd like to thank some more of our sponsors while we have a chance here. We have Money Mar Training, 304-671-5550. Catro Law, 304-579-1211. Cheryl Yates, ERA Liberty Realty, 304-261-6109. Be Attitudes, Hair and Beauty Supply, 304-263-2828. Integrity Home Mortgage with Quintez McDonald Gibson. Chris Page, Quality Lawn Care, 443-240-8498. L&L Handyman Services, 304-820-2137. Our Handyman Service, 681-283-0299. We appreciate you guys very much and could not do this without you. Spencer, So let's talk about this first half for both Wildwood and Harpers Ferry. We knew what Harpers Ferry was going to do. They were going to come out and just try to run the ball off tackle each time, left and right, and they've done that with a lot of success. Wildwood, they've tried to come out and really throw the ball, and they haven't had a lot of success. So what do you think the keys for the second half for each team are going to be, especially for Wildwood since they're behind? What do they need to do to get back in this game?
No, if you're Wildwood right now, offensively, they've been driving down the field pretty well. They've been getting into the red zone, but they just haven't been able to punch it in, So for Wildwood, you just got to be hitting on those opportunities, getting down close to the end zone. You got to be getting in that end zone. And then for the Harpers Ferry Tigers here, you got to keep running the ball. Take the time off that clock. Don't let Wildwood have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, it's been rough for Wildwood trying to get the ball to their playmakers. I mean, we've had Bray Holmes, he's had a great year so far, 734 yards passing and 13 TDs and 5 TDs rushing, but they just haven't been able to get anything going. Kari Yates has had 403 yards and 10 TDs. So they've accumulated a lot of offensive stats. Kaylin Yates with over 500 yards and 10 TDs. So they've had a really high-powered offense for much of the season. But these two games in Harpers Ferry, they've just, they haven't been really able to get anything going thus far today. So we'll see what adjustments Coach Vines makes at halftime, see if they come out with some different looks for Harpers Ferry, maybe try to catch them off guard. It seems like Harpers Ferry kind of knows what they're going to do, and they've been ready for it.
And so far, the Mustangs' pass game is working pretty good for them. They missed a couple throws here and there, and that just comes with time. Braylon Holmes, he's got a lot of pressure in his face. He just got to step up and try to deliver the ball. So for the Mustangs, they definitely need to get this run game going. The Tigers' defense has done a great job of just stuffing everything right at the line.
Yeah, they have. And for Harpers Ferry, they've done exactly what they want to do. They just drive the ball down the field with the run, with Brooks and a little bootlegs that we saw towards the end of the game with Kenyon. We'll see what if they change anything or if they stick with what's been working for them. Or we saw in the last game that Coach Banjo had pulled out a few tricks towards the in the end of the game that were huge plays for them that really helped seal that victory for them the first game that they played. So
I think the Tigers offense here needs to come out, run the ball, and then eventually hit him with that play action pass. That play action pass is going to after running the ball so long, those Wildwood DBs and secondaries can fall asleep, and then one of these Tigers receivers is going to run right past them, and hopefully they can hit a big shot there.
And we saw that in the first game with that little tight end pass they did. We're wondering if that's something he's holding back, because we're going to see something from Harpers Ferry in the second half. They did not show Wildwood in the first half.
Low battery, please charge.
So 2 minutes left in the half, or in the until halftime, until the second half kickoff. We have the teams out here warming up for the second half.
And if you're Wildwood, you're getting the ball at a half. You need to come down and re-establish this momentum.
Yeah, so hopefully Coach Vines will make some adjustments and, get his team fired up. That's what you got to do. You're down already. You don't want your kids to get down. This is a championship game. You got to keep their heads up and keep them mentally in the game and stay focused.
Definitely. They're down, but they're not out yet. They still got a lot of time left on the clock. They still got another whole half to play. Anything can happen in this ball game. It's only an 8-0 game so far.
Yeah, the first half was exciting. Hopefully the second half will be just as exciting. And we'll see what happens. But both teams are, two very good middle school football teams, and they've showed it throughout the year. Like I said, Harpers Ferry, hasn't lost a game, and I don't think they have had an offensive touchdown scored against them this season.
Wow.
Even though Wildwood scored their 2 touchdowns last game they played, I believe those were just defensive touchdowns.
Oh.
Well, there was a kickoff return, and we had a scoop and score.
Yes.
So they've kept their opponents, Harpers Ferry's kept their opponents scoreless for the whole year, and that's a huge accomplishment because that doesn't happen very often.
That just shows you how dominant their defense has been this whole season. And they're looking to cap off this perfect season.
And where, on the other hand, Wildwood has always put up a lot of points in all their games. So this is kind of a different, different field for them where they just, they haven't been able to get anything going. But let's see what they can do the second half, see what kind of adjustments they make as they will receive the opening kickoff of the second half.
I also like to add on that the Mustangs, they're looking for their 5th championship win in a row. So they've been having this target on their back for the last couple years, and in this game they seem like they're the underdogs going against this Tigers.
That's right. They've just, Harpers Ferry has definitely, come out and said, look, we're the team to beat this year, and you're going to have to beat us. But as Banjo said earlier this week, to be the team, you got to beat the team, and if you want to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. So that's what, their goal was.
I completely agree with that.
So here we go. We're set for the second half kickoff.
Low battery, please charge.
A nice little kick down to Gidney. Fields it at the 26. Has a little bit of room, but he's wrapped up at the 39-yard line. So Wildwood will start their first possession of the second half at their own 39. So here we go. 2 receivers to each side. 1st and 10. Yates is in the backfield. Kalen Yates.
And this Tigers defense all day has been very aggressive at the line of scrimmage.
Holmes is back to pass again. He's got a man wide open. The ball floats. The ball just hung up there a little bit too much. Corey Yates had a couple steps on Brooks, but he just wasn't able to make the catch. That would have been a huge play to start the second half for the Mustangs.
And those are the big shots you got to hit if you're the Mustangs, They're down 8-0. You need those big shots to keep you in this game.
I mean, I do like the fact that they keep trying to go to Yates when they can. I mean, he's been open a few times. The ball's been sometimes it's been a little overthrown or just a little underthrown. That time, it was a good ball, and he wasn't able to make the catch. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs from the 39-yard line. Holmes takes a snap, a little screen. It almost picked off. Wow. Did Vincent Troxel read that play perfectly and was able to come in and break that up?
Yeah, he just broke on that ball real quick, and I'm surprised he didn't catch that ball. That would have been a huge play for that Tigers defense.
Yeah, it looked like a pick. The ball looked like it just took a little too long to get out there for Neil Powell.
And that's difficult, too, because you're throwing it to the wide side of the field. This ball's going to take a while to get out there.
So here we go, 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. This is a big 3rd down for them, and for Harpers Ferry to start this second half. Holmes is back to pass. He throws it up. Doesn't really have a man. Kind of falls in between 2 of the receivers. And it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to be forced to punt. Not the way Coach Vines wants to start the second half at all.
No, definitely not.
So Wildwood is set to punt the ball away.
Low battery, please charge.
I don't see anybody back to receive the punt. Well,
the high
Harpers
punt.
Ferry, not a bad punt by Corey Yates. And it gets a little bit of a roll.
Yeah.
Down to maybe the 28-yard line, we'll call it. So Harpers Ferry will take over on their own 28 with 7:27 left in the third quarter. So basically a 3-play and out, not how they Mustangs wanted to start, but definitely what the Tigers want to do and establish and keep that defense strong.
And I don't imagine the Tigers' offense changing anything from what they've been doing this last game and so far this first half.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 29 for Harpers Ferry. Strong left formation with Brooks in the backfield. Brooks gets the carry, dances his way for it looks like maybe a couple yards. We'll call it 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 7. So it looks like they will just keep giving the ball to Brooks. We'll see if they stick with that or if they. So same formation. Well, we have Chase Weaver in the backfield. That's their power back. So the give is to Weaver right up the middle, and he kind of powers his way, knocks his own man out of the way. Wow. Still going. Nice run by Chase Weaver out to the 38-yard line.
And he just kept turning his legs and just gaining ground. There was 4 Mustangs right around him trying to bring him down.
That brings up 3rd and 1, and they're calling it a first down.
Wow.
Okay. So first down Tigers. He's out to the 39-yard line. Looked like he was a little short, but the official said first down. So I like the good mix of Brooks and Weaver in the backfield just to give them a different look.
And that's something we didn't really see that first game, and he's been running just as hard as Brooks.
So Kenyon Brooks in the backfield takes a direct snap, breaks the tackle in the backfield.
He ran into his own man there, bounced off him, and was able to get a nice gain there for 6 yards.
So 2nd and 4 for the Tigers from their own 45.
And this is what we expect at a Tigers offense coming in the second half. You know, trying to waste the time, trying to run down this clock and give the Mustangs no time at all. And it looks like we got somebody tying under someone else's shoe there.
Yeah. So Brooks is in the backfield and gets the handoff, tries to dance his way out. He's got a hole. He's still pushing through, but he picks up the first down.
One thing I really like about how he's run the ball right now, he's very patient waiting for that hole to open up. You know, he looked like he was trying to wait for it to bounce it outside. He took a second and then waited, and then the hole eventually opened up inside.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Spencer. You took the words out of my mouth. He's a very patient running back, and a lot of times that's what you need to get your guys out and get the blocks and then find the holes and then get up in the holes.
Low battery, please charge.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line for the Tigers. Brooks gets the handoff again, and nothing there. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers with 4:13 left in this third quarter. That time, Wildwood's defense stood strong and was able to get in there and make that tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that D-line got through real quick. Really good penetration there.
So Kyrie Brooks is in the backfield. Oh, there's that bootleg we're talking about with Kenyon Brooks, but he's wrapped up.
And they were ready for it. Wildwood's defense was ready for it there.
Low battery, please charge.
Yes, he was wrapped up by a swarm of Wildwood defenders, and he may have picked up 2 or 3 yards on the play.
And you can see the team's adjustments they have made from the last time they played. You know, that bootleg was there all night the last time they played, and this game it just hasn't really been there.
So 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. So strong right formation with Chase Weaver in the backfield. The handoff is to Weaver, off tackle. He powers his way for maybe a gain of 2. So that'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Tigers. On the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. So this is a huge 4th down, I believe, more for Wildwood than anything. They need to get a stop and get their defense off the field and get something going on offense. So Harpers Ferry comes out in a little spread kind of formation. Well, we have a receiver to each side. Brooks is out here to the near side.
It's a new formation. We haven't seen this from the
Yeah,
Tigers
Harrison
offense.
Garrett to the far side. It looks like there's a little bit of confusion going on Harpers Ferry here. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Bad snap. Brooks picks it up and tries to run. And
great
Andy
tackle.
Roberts. Great play for Andy to come up and make that play, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
And he's been one of the team's leading tacklers, and he's just been flying around flying around the field on defensively.
Yep, and I'm glad that he finally made a play. We were waiting for Andy Roberts to step up and make a big play, and he definitely did that there on a key 4th down.
Please charge.
So Wildwood takes over at the 46-yard line, looking to get something going on offense. They just haven't been able to quite get anything going. So we still have 2 receivers to each side. Yates in the backfield again. Neil Powell in motion. Holmes is back to pass. A little swing pass out of it. He's got some room to run. There's Yates down to the 40. He might be gone.
And he's turned on
to
another
the 20.
gear.
Makes a move at the 10. And he gets just tripped up there at the 2-yard line. But what a great play. A great timing to call that play in the game for Coach Vines. And, of course, we talked about before, Spencer, the speed of Kalen Yates to get out in the open field and do what he does best.
Like you said, a great play call right there by Vines. You know, Tigers defense is sending a lot of pressure, and it was just a nice job to dump it down to running back real quick, and he just got what he could get.
So here we go with the muddle huddle again, where you just have a center and receivers and then block and an easy touchdown by Gidney.
Just walks in.
And even after they showed it earlier in the first half, they didn't do anything different to defend it, and it was a walk-in touchdown by Jaheim Gidney for the Mustangs.
It's a great answer there from the 4-and-out stop from the defense, and now in just 2 plays, they go down and score.
And that's what Wildwood's been looking for, and they line up in the same muddle huddle formation. Andy Roberts is the center. So Holmes is back to pass. They run the same play, but the pass was low for Gidney and falls incomplete. And the score remains now 8, Harpers Ferry 8, Wildwood 6.
Low battery, please charge.
So 1:21 left in the 3rd quarter. And we'd like to thank a few of our sponsors once again. Title sponsor today for Neil Powell, Down Home Insurance. Stay in the game with Neil, 202-431-6896. Sunday's Tanning is your first 24-hour all-access tanning salon in the Eastern Panhandle with 2 convenient locations located in Shepherdstown at 7670 Martinsburg Pike, in Martinsburg 1440 Winchester Avenue. Visit Sunday's Tanning or call 888-SUNDAYS for all your UV and spray tanning needs. So Harpers Ferry set to receive the kickoff. It's a nice kick, well over Brooks's head. He has to run back to the 7-yard line to get the kick. Doesn't have a whole lot, but looks he's dancing his way up to maybe the 25, 26-yard line. Just when you think he doesn't have anywhere to go, he kind of squirms around, makes a couple moves, and gets another 5 to 7 yards. So nice job on the return. And Harpers Ferry will start there at their own 26, 1st and 10. So now I'm wondering, Spencer, will Harpers Ferry try to adjust anything they're doing on offense now that they've, got a little pressure on them? Wildwood went down, scored. We're going to see if they do anything different. Still hand the ball to Brooks. Makes a little move at the line, out to the 30-yard line, maybe the 31.
I think they're going to give it to Brooks a couple times here, and then I think eventually they're going to throw in that play-action pass we've been talking about.
Low battery, please charge.
Oh, we know that Banjo's been known to bring out a few tricks late in the game. He saves them for just the right moment.
And right now might be one of those moments.
So Kyrie Brooks is in the backfield, and the handoff goes to Brooks. He might have picked up 2 yards, and there's a flag on the play. I'm not sure what could be a possible personal foul. That was after the play. And that would be a huge penalty if that's on Wildwood. We're waiting to see what the officials are going to rule. Yep, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Wildwood as Vines walks out to discuss it with the official and who the flag might have been on. I'm not even sure what happened there. So that's a big penalty for Wildwood.
That's going to move Tigers near midfield now.
So 28 seconds left in the third quarter. And Harpers Ferry will be 1st and 10 on their own 49. After the penalty, after the 15-yard personal foul penalty against Wildwood.
It looks like the Tigers are just going to run the clock out and go into this fourth quarter up 8-6.
So as the fourth quarter, or the third quarter runs out, the score remains Harpers Ferry 8, Wildwood 6. I'd like to thank a few more of our sponsors. VWF Post 3325, offering a college scholarship if you win the essay contest. Topic of the essay is why is a military and veteran important? HG's Barbecue, Soul Food, and Catering. Football season is here. Instead of handling the tailgating yourself, let HG's Barbecue, Soul Food, and Catering do the work. We are currently running game day specials. Book today, 816-438-1101. Integrity Home Mortgage, Quintez McDonald Gibson. Chris Page at Quality Lawn Care, 443-240-8498. L&L Handyman Services, 304-820-2137.
Low battery, please charge.
So we're about ready to start the fourth quarter of this much anticipated middle school championship game, where Harpers Ferry holds a small lead over the Wildwood Mustangs, 8-6. So power left formation with Brooks in the backfield. The handoff goes to Brooks. Off tackle. He bounces outside. Has a little room to run down the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds. Did he pick up the first down before he stepped out? No, they're calling him out just about a yard short. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 42-yard line. Well, we saw something a little different from Brooks. Normally he's in between the tackles, running power football up the middle. We saw him bounce it outside and get a good gain that way. So 2nd and 1. Brooks is in the backfield, and he off tackle up, gets the first down as he spins his way down to the 37-yard line of the Mustangs.
And we've been giving a lot of credit to Kyrie Brooks running this ball, but we also got to give credit to this Harpers Ferry offensive line. They've been doing a great job opening up holes for him to run through.
Absolutely. Their line looks big, and they just, been pushing, getting a big push up front and opening those holes, and Brooks just runs through them and then does the rest. So 1st and 10. We got Chase Weaver in the backfield again with Brooks as the blocking back. The handoff goes to Weaver off tackle. He powers his way, cuts it upfield. A nice little run on 1st down by Chase Weaver down to the 30-yard line. Picks up 7 yards. So it just seems like there's a combination between Brooks and Weaver, and they've switched them. One will be the blocking back for the other, then they switch them. And, Weaver gives them a little bit more power than speed, where Brooks is more of your speed and power. So kind of the combination there has been working well for the Tigers.
Yeah, they got a two-headed monster in the backfield right now.
So now they've switched again, and Brooks is the lone back. He gets the carry at once again. He's got some room, and he's got an open field, and Brooks will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow.
They just kept pounding it, and they just are wearing Wildwood's defense down. And Brooks finally broke one loose for the score.
And you just talked about it, him showing off that speed there. He just had another gear that Wildwood could not catch up to.
And that's a big blow to Wildwood. And if they can get a 2-point conversion here, that becomes a 2-scoring game.
Yeah.
So this conversion is huge for Wildwood's defense. So Brooks, they do a little bootleg, try to do a bootleg pass, and
that's a big stop by the
Kenyon Brooks was defense sacked on the play, and that was huge. So the score is now 14-6, Harpers Ferry, and Wildwood still remains in the game with a 1-score game. But yeah, like you said, that 2-point conversion was huge, Spencer.
Low battery, please charge.
I'd like to thank a few more of our sponsors. Catro Law, 304-579-1211. Cheryl Yates, ERA Liberty Realty, 304-261-6109. Our Handyman Service, 681-283-0299. Be Attitudes Hair and Beauty Supply, 304-263-2828. We appreciate all our sponsors. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. And we really appreciate all your contributions to Home Team Sports. So we've seen a very similar game, Spencer, as the last game.
Low battery.
Last game 16-12. This game right now is 14-6 as it stands. So not a whole lot has changed since the last game.
No, in that last game, it came down to who had the ball last, basically. And it looks like it's going to be the same way to here today.
So Harpers Ferry set to kick off to Wildwood. We've got Gidney and Yates and Bugby back deep to receive the kickoff. A nice little pool. That's going to go out of bounds.
And that's going to give Wildwood a good field position here.
Not what Coach Banjo wanted at this particular point in the game. He'd like to try to pin Wildwood back a little deeper in their own territory. But Wildwood will get the ball. What does that come out to the – where did they get it where it goes out of bounds? I don't know. Let me see.
We'll see. I think they tack on some yards here.
Low battery, please charge.
I don't know if they're backing them up.
Oh, no, looks like it's going to be out where it came out.
Yeah, so Wildwood will take over where the ball went out of bounds.
If you're Wildwood's offense here, you got to be able to score quick here. You got to give at least some time up on the clock for your defense to have a stand here.
So they go 1st and 10, send Gidney in motion here to the near side. Bray Holmes back to throw the ball again. He's going with Yates, and he just couldn't quite. Looks like he had an opportunity to make the pass. I don't know if he might have lost the ball in the sun, because the ball just kind of floated up there, and it was right out there, but he really wasn't able to get over to get the ball. So we've seen that they've tried to go downfield several times to Kari Yates, and the connection just hasn't been there yet. So they're still trying to figure out that timing. He's been open a few times. So 2 receivers to each side, with Gidney in the slot in motion. Holmes back to play. They throw it out to Kalen Yates, and the ball was just underthrown. It looked like he had a chance to make the catch. Might have had a little bit room to run, but he's kind of throwing off his back foot there. He's under pressure, and Yates wasn't able to make the catch. So it's a big 3rd down here for Wildwood. Just seems like, Spencer, they've had opportunities to make some plays, and they just can't quite connect on some of the throws.
Yeah, but they've thrown a lot of deep throws this game, and it's just been off by a couple yards or two.
So Holmes is back to pass again. He's got Yates wide open. He's got the pass. It looks like he's going to take it to the house. Kari Yates will not be caught. And a great ball by Bray Holmes, the best ball he's thrown all game, and that was the time to do it, because now Wildwood is in a good position to tie this game, Spencer.
And just like you said, you just talked about how their connection hasn't been there yet, and then literally 2 plays later, they connect with probably the biggest score of the game so far.
Yep, and he had a couple steps on the defender. Bray Holmes made a great throw, a strike to Kari Yates. Kari Yates did the rest and took it to the house.
It looks like Wildwood's going to go for 2 here. This is a big 2-point conversion. This could tie up the game.
So it looks like they will stay in this muddle huddle formation, which is something new that I haven't seen from Coach Vines.
No, I have not either.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What a play.
Wow.
Boy, Coach Vines is pulling some of the stuff out of his hat today, and I had no idea. I had no idea the center could even catch the ball in that play. But
I don't think the Tigers defense knew that either.
But he must have known it and already checked to make sure the officials knew possibly what they were going to do later in the game. And so Andy Roberts was the center on that play and just snapped it back to Holmes and ran straight into the end zone, turned around for the 2-point conversion to tie this game.
That was just a beautiful play call. Out of that formation, they've only thrown it to the wide side with the lead blockers in front of him. So that was a great play call right there.
And a great time to call that play for Coach Vines when they desperately needed a play like that to tie this game. And now we have another ball game, folks.
And it's going to come down to who wants it more now. It's 14-14. It's basically a 0-0 ball game with 6 minutes left. It's just dependent on who wants it more. When you're in these playoffs and championship games, record does not matter anymore. It's just about who wants it more. And this is why definitely wants it.
So
nice little pooch kick there, taken by the up back, number 16.
Wow.
Talon Barron, and gets literally crushed by number 50.
Jaquil Watkins.
What a hit by Watkins. We haven't called his name yet today, but he made a good tackle on that play.
And you can kind of feel the momentum shifting here. You can see this Wildwood team starting to get fired up after a big touchdown, big hit right there.
And that's what they needed. A little momentum shifter, Spencer. That's what is needed this game. They haven't gotten it, and I believe it might have started shifting towards their way a little bit now.
And it's been the same way in the last game, too. No one could establish the momentum, and now it seems it's going to be like this way today.
Brooks takes the handoff, tries to get to the outside, and just not much going on there. Picks up a yard, maybe 2 yards to bring up 2nd and 8. So now we're starting to see the Mustangs kind of get a little fired up.
And you wonder if Banjo, like you've been saying all game, when's he going to call this big trick shot right here?
We saw it the last game. We'll see if he has the chance to call it this game.
And he might need it now more than ever.
So Brooks is alone back with the power set to the left. Brooks rolls out. Gidney plays it well.
Yeah, it was a great job by Guinea, staying home, not letting anyone outside, and it was a great tackle there.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier when they tried Brooks the last game. It worked well. They did it once right before the half for loss, and this time maybe only a gain of 2 to bring up a big 3rd down and 6 for Harpers Ferry. You know, the momentum seems like it's kind of shifted a little bit towards Wildwood, so we'll see if they can pick this first down up.
And this is a big 3rd down, probably the biggest 3rd down up until this point.
So 3rd and 6, ball on the 38 of Harpers Ferry. Brooks takes the handoff. He tries to bounce outside, nothing there. He cuts back inside.
And it looks like he might be short of a first down.
He picks up 4 yards on the play, maybe 5. So it's 4th and a yard. And this is going to be a big call for Banjo. Is he going to go for it here, or is he going to punt it away on 4th and a yard from your own 48-yard line?
And if they don't get it, it gives Wildwood a great field position for them to try and score and take the lead.
It appears they're going to go for it. Their power left formation with Chase Weaver and an extra lineman in the backfield. So they give it to Brooks. Brooks powers his way. It looks like he might have the first down. I think he does.
Yep.
They're going to spot him a yard or 2 past the sticks.
Low battery, please charge.
So a gutsy call by Coach Benjamin on that play to go for it in your own territory.
Yeah, definitely a gutsy call there. If you don't get that, that's giving a big field position for Wildwood to go and score again.
Well, we all know that he's been known for taking risks, and
that one sure paid off there.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 46. The bootleg to Brooks again. He has nothing, nowhere to go. Wildwood reads that perfectly, and that's a big loss.
Wow.
For Harpers Ferry.
And you can definitely see the adjustments both teams have made since the last time they played. They knew about this bootleg that they were running all game last game, and this game they have just shut it down completely.
So that is a big 6-yard loss for the Tigers
Low battery,
to bring up 2nd
please
and
charge.
16 with just under 3 minutes to play in the game.
And now you wonder, what is Banjo going to bring out of his sleeves right here?
This would be the time in the game that he definitely would try something. And we'll see if Wildwood's ready for it, because the last game they weren't ready for it, but
They definitely got lucky
their
on
defense
the
is playing lights out right now. So Brooks under center. Kyrie in the backfield. The handoff goes to Kyrie. He's forced to cut it up inside. Not a bad run. He breaks a few tackles and powers his way to the first down. Down inside the 45-yard line to the 44.
What a great run! But he looks a little shooken up on the. He's getting slow coming up.
That just goes to show you the power that Kyrie Brooks has to take on, make some moves, and he makes a couple guys miss, and he just carries the guy, 2 players across the first down.
It looks like he's hurt off that play. We're gonna have a little injury timeout here. That's a big player if he's out. If he has to come out.
So it looks like we'll have a timeout on the field for an injury with 2:21 to play in the 4th quarter, and the score is 14. Our sponsors,
customer service, along with helping families
will
with
take
the
a
next
commercial
phase
break
of their life.
first.
The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer any questions that may arise. With offices in both Jefferson and Berkeley counties, she works hard to ensure the outcome you deserve. Cheryl is the key to selling or buying your home.
Okay, we are back, and Kenyon Brooks was a little shaken up as he kind of walks not Kenyon Brooks, his brother Kyrie walks off the field on his own power. But it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the 46-yard line. And a flag. What do we have, a delay of game?
Wow.
That was pretty quick because they just came out out of a timeout.
Please charge.
So a delay on Harpers Ferry to take them back to the 49. So 1st and 15 on the 49 as Kyrie Brooks comes back into the game. So they have a receiver here to the near side. Talon Barron. The handoff goes to Brooks, and he goes nowhere. Looks like it might have been a loss of a yard.
And that's Jaquil Watkins again. He's been coming big. He's been coming up big for this Wildwood defense.
And that's what they need. They need someone else, especially on the defensive side of the ball, to step up and start making some plays for this Mustang defense.
And that was a huge play right there.
So 2nd and 16 now for the Tigers from the 50.
And I'm just wondering when they're going to take this play action shot. I know it's coming, and it's going to come sooner or later.
So with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the game, Harpers Ferry's 2nd and 16. They give it to Brooks again, kind of up the middle, and he's kind of still powering his way. Picks up 3, maybe 4 yards. Bring up 3rd and 12. And a timeout is taken by Wildwood with just under a minute to go. So while we have a minute, we'd like to thank a few more of our sponsors. Our title sponsor, Neil Powell, Down Home Mortgage Insurance. Stay in the game with Neil, 202-431-6896. Key Property Management. Contact Key Property Management for all your residential management needs. Management is key. 304-995-9764. Cheryl Yates, ERA Liberty Realty, 304-261-6109. And Shelton Tree Service. Shelton's Tree Service is a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. We treat every customer as family and guarantee customer satisfaction. Call 304-262-4105 today for a free estimate. So 55 seconds left to go in this ball game, and we are tied at 14 with Harpers Ferry facing a big 3rd down and 12 from the Wildwood 46-yard line. And Brooks is back to pass. He lets it go, and he's got Kyrie Brooks, and it goes off of his hands. Wow. We knew Harpers Ferry was saving something that Wildwood hasn't seen all game. And Kyrie Brooks, or Kenyon Brooks, hasn't thrown one pass all game, and they let one go. He had his brother, Kyrie, open, but it just went off his hands. He couldn't quite bring in the catch, Spencer, and now a huge 4th down for both of these teams.
And it was there. It was there for him to go up and get, and he just didn't come down with it. It's a big shot that they missed right there.
So let's see what they've got for this big 4th down.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
They've got Kyrie Brooks split out wide to the far side. Chase Weaver also.
We got a timeout. Timeout by Harpers Ferry.
Harpers Ferry calls a timeout. So I'm sure Coach Banjo is going to draw up something for this big 4th down play here.
Low battery, please charge.
But Spencer, this game, once again, has been everything that we anticipated it to be, a back-and-forth affair.
Yep.
Really a lot of defense, not quite as much offense, much of like what we saw in the last game.
Definitely.
So it's just going to come down, like you said earlier, to who has the ball last and who can get into the end zone again.
Yeah.
I mean, 49 seconds to go. A big fourth down. Could we possibly be looking at overtime in this championship game?
We could be. We really could be.
I don't know if we've had an overtime for a while in a championship game. So it looks like they're lining up to punt, but we'll see if they are going to punt.
Low battery. Please
Brooks is going to
charge.
try to throw the ball. He's got some room to run, but he's tackled behind the line by Braylon Holmes makes one of the biggest plays of the game for Wildwood, and they will take over in Harpers Ferry territory.
And that was a great job by the Wildwood special teams there, being able to stay in their positions and not take off too soon and try to block for Kari Yates.
You knew Harpers Ferry was going to try something, and when you have a guy like Brooks back there, they're capable of doing anything. It looked like he had a little bit of room to run on the far side, but that closed very quickly, and Wildwood Mustangs take over on the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Holmes back to throw. He's got Yates again.
Yates
makes is he broke loose again?
Oh, my God.
Wow, no one's going to catch Kari Yates.
Oh, my goodness.
Please charge.
Wow.
Whoa.
What an answer from Wildwood Mustangs, and what an answer from Bray Holmes to Kari Yates once again.
And with 32 seconds left in this game, is that going to decide the game? Is that touchdown going to win Wildwood their 5th championship in a row?
It was just a simple post play across the middle. Holmes hitting right in stride, but let me tell you, the pass was up a little high, and Kari went up and made a great catch, and once he caught the ball, he just pulled away from the defense, and it was see you later. Wow. So Wildwood will try the 2-point conversion from the muddle huddle again, but it looks like there's going to be a timeout first.
Wow.
But with 32 seconds left, Wildwood takes the lead 20-14, and what a crazy game this has been. Just like the first one, lots of excitement, lots of defense, lots of big plays, everything you would want to see in a middle school football championship game.
Definitely. Everything we've wanted in a football game has happened here tonight.
You can't help to get excited when big plays happen.
Especially in big moments like that, 40 seconds left. Championship game, tie game, and you might have just won your team the game.
And we talked about at halftime what adjustments Coach Vines would make coming out in the second half and being down, the kids keeping their heads up, staying focused, staying mentally into the game. And Coach Vines has always been good at keeping his players focused, and they made the necessary adjustments, and they came out firing. They played great defense. They've hit on some big plays on offense this second half, and that's been
the tail of the game. It's been tail of the game.
So now they're lined up in a normal formation, and they're going to shift.
Low battery. Please charge.
They got 3 receivers to the near side, empty set in the backfield. Holmes goes back, throws it to Yates in the back corner of the end zone. He's not able to make the catch.
That was good defense there by Kenyon Brooks.
I'm surprised they didn't stick with the muddle huddle. That's worked a couple times for them.
Yeah, it was
Harpers Ferry has not been ready for that. But as it stands, we're 20-14. Wildwood's ahead. So now Harpers Ferry, the momentum has definitely swung to the Mustangs. Harpers Ferry is going to really have to come up with something big in these last few seconds of the game.
If the Mustangs want to win this game, they cannot give up anything big or nothing behind them.
Low battery. Please charge.
So Wildwood set to kick off. There's another little pooch kick. Harpers Ferry takes it out to about the 46-yard line. That was Talon Barron.
That's going to give them 28 seconds left on this clock to try and score and keep themselves in this game.
So we'll see what Coach Banjo has in his back pocket that we haven't seen or that we haven't seen since the last game. I know he always is keeping something back, definitely for a situation like this, and he's going to need something big right now because Wildwood has the momentum, and they've been playing great on defense. So 1st and 10 from 45.
We got a flag on the play here. It's going to be on the Tigers.
So we're going to back them up 5 yards.
Low battery, please charge.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Tigers. And it's not the direction that they want to be going. But that definitely helps out Wildwood. And time is on their side.
And it looks like they have Kari Yates back deep so nothing can get behind them.
And a bad snap. They have receivers lined up. And Kenyon Brooks has to pick it up, and he has nowhere to go. That Wildwood defense is just imposing their will now here late in the 4th quarter.
That might have been the Tigers' last timeout. So if they have any shot at winning this game, they need to get out of bounds on these next couple plays.
So while we have a timeout, I would like to thank a couple of our sponsors here.
Low battery,
We have
please charge.
HG's Barbecue, Soul Food, and Catering. Football season is here. Instead of handling the tailgating yourself, let HG's Barbecue, Soul Food, and Catering do the work. We are currently running game day specials. Book today, 816-438-1101. Integrity Home Mortgage, Quintez McDonald Gibson. Chris Page, Quality Lawn Care, 443-240-8498. So Harpers Ferry comes out with some kind of a spread formation here with Brooks kind of 5-6 yards. They swing it out. Looks like they're going to swing it out to Brooks. He's got a little room. He dances around one defender. A nice gain on 2nd down, though, so I like the play call there. They definitely like to keep trying to get the ball to Brooks. He's definitely their guy to go, their go-to guy.
And we have, I think that's Kean Brooks down.
Flag is
Low
on the field
battery,
as well.
please charge.
And so is Kean Brooks, the quarterback.
I'm assuming it's probably a roughing the passer if he's down like that.
And if so, Spencer, that's a huge penalty against the Mustangs at this point in the game.
But one thing that sucks, though, I think he might have to come out for this play, and this might be the last play of the game.
Oh,
I was holding
on offense.
That's even worse.
Well, that's going to back them up another 10, or if it's from the spot.
I think it's from
We'll see where they mark it.
I think he has to come out the game.
Yeah, he'll have to come out for at least one play.
So now the question is, who are they going to put back at quarterback for this probably last play of the game?
Low battery, please charge.
So that's just a huge penalty for the Harpers Ferry Tigers, unfortunately, and Brooks has to be helped off the field. And that backs Harpers Ferry all the way up to the 25-yard line, and they're looking at, is it 3rd down? Is it going to be 3rd down?
Is that going to be 2nd? Or I may have to repeat it down.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, 10
2nd
seconds
and
left.
a bunch.
And I don't think Harpers Ferry has any more timeouts, so this is possibly last play of the game. And if you're the Wildwood defense, you just can't let nothing behind you here.
Low battery, please charge.
So as the officials sort out what the penalty is and how the yards that are marked off and where the spot will be, it looks like they're going to keep the ball where it's at and start at the 25. So here we go, second down, and
So they have number
30,
7,
25.
Harrison Garrett at quarterback.
yeah, he throws a nice pass,
Ooh.
but it was broken up by Kalen Yates. So that brings up third down.
And that was 6.5 seconds left in the game.
Low battery, please charge.
So for the last play of the game, looks like they're trying to get the ball.
Oh, a little
hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder.
And it's a great job by the Wildwood defense stopping him, and that's going to be the game.
And Wildwood Mustangs wins the championship, going away for Coach Vines. What a way to send him off into the sunset, as this was Coach David Vines' last football game that he will coach at Wildwood Middle School. And what a career that man has had. And Spencer, you know all too well.
Yep.
You coached. He coached. You played under
Low
Coach
battery,
Vines.
please
Yep.
charge.
And that's a huge, huge win for him to go out this way.
And I would never want to go out any better than that. That was amazing. This is a hard-fought game from both sides. You know, if you feel for the Tigers, you know, they've been undefeated all season. And they, like you said earlier, they have not given up an offensive touchdown at all this whole season until tonight's game.
Well, we will be back in just a couple minutes with the Neil Powell Home Insurance Players of the Game. So we'll be right back.
Meet Cheryl Yates at ERA Liberty Realty. With over 30 years of experience, Cheryl provides each of her clients with the best level of customer service, along with helping families with the next phase of their life. The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer any questions that may arise. With offices in both Jefferson and Berkeley counties, she works hard to ensure the outcome you deserve. Cheryl is the key to selling or buying your home.
So we're with our co-players of the game. We have Braylon Holmes here, and Kari Yates is behind me. First, we're going to talk to Bray. Bray, just talk about the game a little bit. You all started off a little bit rocky, couldn't connect on some of the throws. You were just a little underthrown, a little overthrown. So talk about what adjustments you guys made at halftime to get you guys on the right track.
I had a lot of people coming over to me saying, keep your head up, and everyone believed in me. Everyone kept their heads up. No one put their heads down.
And that's awesome because I know it's sometimes that's easy to do, getting your heads down. You know, you're behind going at halftime, and you guys were just kind of not in sync. It seemed like you just not were in sync. Your defense wasn't getting the stops that you needed on some fourth downs. So, you know, but to see you guys make an adjustment in the second half was awesome. And the way you two connected, you guys have connected all year long. It was great to see you kind of get back on track because I think that was the biggest key, those two big pass plays there in the second half of the game.
Yes, sir.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us here at Home Team Sports. Congratulations on your first middle school championship game, and have a good career wherever you decide to do in high school.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to bring Kari in now.
Low battery, please charge.
Kari, how are you, son?
I'm good. How are you?
Congratulations. First, I'm going to congratulate you two on a great game. You guys, like I was talking to Bray, you guys really weren't connecting on some of those throws early in the first half. So kind of talk about what you did, you know, as a player, or what you guys talked about to kind of get yourselves on the same page and for the second half.
Well, me and Bray have known each other for a couple years, so our connection was always there. But I just looked in the ball every time it was thrown to me, and I just started catching it.
So what does this mean to you, for you to go out as an 8th grader, you know, a middle school champion? What does it mean to you?
It means a lot to me, and also because this is Vine's last year, so we got that win for him.
Yep. Yeah, definitely happy for Coach Vines. It's well deserved, all the years of hard work. And again, congratulations on being co-player of the game, Kari.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the high school level, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Low battery, please charge.
I want to get Vines somehow. So we're back here at Cougar Stadium. Wow, what a game this was between two great middle school football teams and Harpers Ferry Tigers, Wildwood Mustangs. We've seen these teams go back and forth many times over the years. Coach Roy Benjamin and his staff always come prepared, and Coach David Vines, and as well as his coaching staff, they always come prepared. One of the two most well-coached teams that I've had a pleasure to watch over the years, even when my son was there. So hats off to Coach Vines and his whole entire staff. They do a great job getting these kids coached up, getting these kids prepared for a game. And you can't say enough. I mean, 165 games for David Vines. That's just incredible. I think this is his 22nd year coaching in Jefferson County, and to have a coach that sticks with the same, you know, with the kids, and you know, fights through adversity like they did in the first half, and the kids never got down, and that just shows, you know, what kind of a coach he is, to keep their heads in the game. So congratulations and kudos to those guys and all the players on Wildwood's team. We're going to try to get Coach Vines up here in the booth momentarily to say a few words. It's been really great. I want to thank all of our sponsors for their contributions throughout this middle school season. It's been very great to have everybody. We've added so many new sponsors through the course of the season. I can't tell you how enough thankful that we are and appreciative of everyone that's been a part of this. Home Team Sports TV. And we're trying to get everybody situated here as the teams start to walk off the field. It's definitely an emotional moment for Coach Vines, so it's going to take him a little bit longer to probably work his way up here, as everyone, including parents, are going to congratulate him. Hopefully we get a chance to speak with him at some point. But what a season that Harpers Ferry had.
Low battery, please charge.
It's a heartbreaking loss, their only loss of the season. But hats off to the Harpers Ferry Tigers and Coach Roy Benjamin on such a great season. They all played well. They all deserve to be here. And this game was everything that we expected it to be. A lot of defense in the first half and some offense in the second half. And I think the anticipation for this game even outdid the first game, which was very hard to do. And here we go as Coach Vines makes his way up here. Coach, you're a little wet.
Yeah, I'm a little wet.
Man, congratulations. I'm proud of you, man. This is very well deserved. So 22 years, Coach. 22 years of coaching football, and this is what, your 165th game.
Correct.
Tell me in the moment what it means to you, just even from your beginning of your career to now, and to go out as a champion again.
Man, honestly, I'm not sure I've completely processed it. Ever since I realized that this was the end, I've been a whirlwind of emotions, but it's special for sure. I think of the 5, the first one's always special. This one means a lot because no one thought we were going to do it. And we hung in there. It's a good group of kids. It's probably not the most talented team that we've had in this run, but they work, and they did what they needed to do.
And you did. So talk a little bit about, so the first half was kind of, you guys seemed like you were a little bit out of sync. I talked to Bray and I talked to Kari. They just didn't seem like they were on the same page. What adjustments did you make in the second half? It seemed like they really, you fired up your team. The timing was there. They hit on 2 big touchdown passes. Defense seemed like they really stepped up late in the game and played well. So talk a little bit about that.
So we didn't adjust a whole lot at halftime. A lot of what we hit in the second half was really there the first half. We just weren't hitting it. We knew going in they were going to leave the middle of the field wide open. They weren't going to defend the middle of the field, and they were going to dare us to beat us there, or dare us to beat them there. And so we did decide to run a little bit more motion and try to think of ways to get Kari in space, but for the most part we kept doing what we were doing, and it was the kids that really came through.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a fun game to watch. Kind of defense in the first half, some offense in the second half. You really couldn't have asked for a much better championship game.
No battery.
I can't say enough how great it's been to watch you over the years. You've coached my son, and I appreciate everything that you've done, not only for my son, but all the kids that you've coached through the years at Wildwood Middle School. And I just want to say once again, Coach, congratulations, and now you can ride off into the sunset as a champion. And
I appreciate it, man.
good luck in everything else you do
I'm gonna
up
enjoy
here at
this
Jefferson.
I know it. We're